begging to do what I've got to do. It has to happen, like a widow who must continue. No hard feelings set in. It's hard to keep up. That is nothing new. Like a twice told tale, it's an old issue.
Alright. What do you have to say this morning?
The struggle to continue.
Oh,
The struggle to follow through.
seriously?
The struggle to believe.
Alright. Something's wrong. Something is definitely wrong. There is no way these are supposed to taste like this.
To compete with the likes of you.
People eat this stuff? Oh, that wasn't right. Alright. Alright.
The struggle of feeling.
They're yours. Yeah, see? I'm gonna go get ready for work. Big day. Big day today. It's gonna be great. I need to get ready. I need a breakfast. God, a real breakfast. Not that grapefruit crap.
The struggle to do good. The struggle to understand and to be understood. Looking hard for the easy answer, keeping it alive, working hard to earn your comfort. Never mind the strife. The work is such a strain. It's uphill all the way. To exercise my brain is too much pressure. The struggle to continue. The struggle to follow through. The struggle to believe. To compete with the likes of you. The struggle of our feelings. The struggle to do good. The struggle to understand and to be understood. On the news, I hear of global trouble. In the street, I see the local hustle to combat this stress. It's just more work, I guess.
This is your office, Miss Wolf. It's number 9A. Here's your key. And this is the platinum budget. Once you finish the preliminary report on the audit, please see the director in 44B. Coffee, water, and soda are situated near 11A in the restrooms as well. And lunch is from 12:30 to 1:15. I leave at 5. Your secretary, the secretary pool is in 2A. Have you understood? I
think so.
Good.
Well, what'd you do last night?
Nothing.
Not a thing?
Nope. Went to bed about 10 o'clock.
Well, this terrible cold I have, I didn't do anything either. You must be Eleanor Wolf.
I am.
Well, I'm Wayne Whipper, expenses 22B.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Daniel Sheets, pension 17A.
Hello, Daniel.
So, how are you fitting in?
It's my first day,
I remember my first date, don't you, Ray?
Not really.
but I've been with the corporation for 6 years already.
We know.
Harvard graduate, he's kid.
How did you know all that?
They briefed us.
Oh,
Do you want a coffee?
yes, thank you.
Black?
No, milk and sugar, please.
No milk, just coffee made.
That's fine.
Sweet and low?
Why?
I was just asking.
Yes.
Planning is tricky. I did it 4 years ago.
Well, it is a big budget. I can say that much.
800 pages long.
I can manage.
I know you can, but if you have any problems, you need to come to me before going to the director.
Why?
The director doesn't appreciate problems.
No?
No, planning is John Declan's department and nobody questions his expenditures.
No?
Besides, John is the director's son-in-law.
Oh.
So, if you have any questions, you need to come to me first.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Nice meeting you, Eleanor.
Nice meeting you too.
On the news, I hear of global trouble. In the street, I see the local hustle to combat distress. It's just more work, I guess. To care for every detail is a hassle. The struggle to continue, the struggle to follow through, the struggle to believe, to compete with the likes of you, the struggle of our feelings, the struggle to do good, the struggle to understand and to be understood. The struggle to continue, the struggle to follow through, the struggle to believe, to compete with the likes of you, the struggle of our feelings, the struggle to do good, the struggle to understand, and the struggle to be understood.
Come on in, Eleanor, and have a seat.
You said that I should come to you if I had a problem?
So, what's the problem?
Well, it's not so much a problem as it is a question.
So, what's the question?
I have a problem. Well, some of the figures don't seem to...
What?
There are discrepancies.
What kind of discrepancies? Small ones?
No, large ones.
And you want to know why?
Well, I think I have to know why I'm doing the audit.
Well, call planning and ask.
Just like that.
Just like that, they have to answer.
And if they don't,
I know someone who can get you answers.
IRS?
No, you don't want the feds on this, do you?
No. Well, not unless it's necessary.
Well, it's never necessary, believe me. They start by auditing you and you don't want that.
No, I don't.
Well, just call planning and out ask.
What if their answers are not...
Helpful?
Yes.
Well, I know someone who's private, good, highly recommended. I've used him myself.
Who is he?
His name's Darren Estes, former IRS, but not anymore. Here's his card.
Thank you, Ray.
Don't mention it, but use him as a last resort. Try to keep it in-house.
Sure.
If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Could you photocopy that card, because that's the only one I have?
Yeah. Hello, is this planning? Good. I need to talk to someone about the planning budget. My name is Eleanor Wolf, Corporate Accounting Headquarters. My badge number is HQ7745CAL. I need some information. I'm doing the audit and there seems to be a discrepancy. Well, $10 million worth of discrepancies, that's what. I need to know what item number 2500C is. You don't know? Does someone know? You don't know. I already told you my name. It's Eleanor Wolf. So you'll call me back. Okay.
So, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good. There you go.
Thank you.
I'll see you around. Have a good day. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. You too.
Security on the way?
No,
Why not?
they're not coming. There wasn't a break-in.
There wasn't. Where are my things?
The planning budget was requisitioned.
By whom?
John Declet, the vice president of planning.
But I wasn't finished.
You weren't.
No. Why? Why would you take it away?
I don't know. All I was told is that it was requisitioned and you're supposed to start work on the cost projections for the new merger. Here's the file.
Ray?
Do you know, honey? Ray? Just a minute. Okay, honey. I'm in a meeting. Ray.
I'm not your honey. They took the budget back.
Okay, calm down, call a repairman. Excuse me.
Like I was saying, this one could be better. And by the way, don't take any phone calls while we're in a meeting. And definitely have your phone on silent.
Do you like that?
No, I didn't.
I like it.
The repairman.
Fiction.
Darren Estes?
Who's asking?
Eleanor Wolf.
I don't know any Eleanor Wolf.
Of course you don't.
So who are you? And how'd you get this number? It's private.
Ray Wither gave me your phone number?
You know Ray?
Yes. He said you're a private investigator.
That's right. You need my services?
Why else would I be calling?
You tell me.
I wouldn't be calling for any other reason.
Well, what can I do for you, Eleanor?
Well, I'm an accountant and I have a problem.
An accounting problem?
Of course, an accounting problem.
Not over the phone.
Why not?
Are you financially solvent, Eleanor?
Yes.
Well, then let's meet somewhere where we can talk about your problem.
But we can talk now, and you could ascertain whether or not you can help me, and we wouldn't waste each other's time.
Shoot.
Okay. I was given a budget to audit, and then I found an error in the budget, and when I asked about the error, the budget was taken away from me.
Well, you need a lawyer. Well, you were fired, right?
No, I was given another job.
Really? I think I can help.
You do?
That's what I said. So, let's meet tomorrow afternoon.
All right. There's a park right across the street from where I work. We can meet there during lunch, which is 12:30 to 1:15.
And where do you work?
SDY Corporation on Foothill Road.
How will I know you?
I'll be standing next to the hot dog vendor at the main entrance.
And if he's not working?
Then I'll call you when I get there.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Estes?
Eleanor Wolf,
Yes, Mr. Estes? Nice to meet you.
want to go for a walk?
Not particularly. This is my lunch hour.
Walk would probably do you a world of good.
Excuse me?
Well, you know what they say, move it for health.
I know what they say, but I don't know why you're saying it to me.
You don't?
Why don't you tell me?
Not me. Listen, we could talk better if we walked.
All right.
So when did this all begin?
About 3 weeks ago. That's when I was given the planning budgets audit.
Continue.
Well, like I told you, I was working on the budget and I discovered a large sum of money that was unaccounted for.
And you blew the whistle.
No, I didn't. I asked where it had gone.
Did anyone answer you?
No,
Well, how much money was missing?
$10 million.
And you want to know where that money went.
Yes, I do.
But it's none of your business. I mean, they took the budget away from you.
Well, that's true, but I want to know where it went for my own sake.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Why else would I want to know?
Maybe you're a distraught employee trying one last desperate act to hold on to her job.
No, I'm not.
So say you.
Look, I don't have to stand here for this. I don't have to validate myself to you.
Of course you don't. So why are you?
It was my project, and I want to solve the enigma.
It'll cost you
How much?
$1,000 to start.
$1,000? Are you serious?
Are you? I have to live, you know, while I'm running all over creation trying to find out where that money went.
Of course you do. So you'll take the job.
If you pay me, I'll do it.
Will you take a check?
You look like you're good for it.
I am.
Then make it up.
I left the name blank.
Good.
So when will I know?
I'll get back to you.
When?
Soon. Is this where you live?
Of course it is.
It's a nice neighborhood.
Thanks.
You own or rent?
I own it.
I'll get back to you later.
Mister. You get...
Do you have the merger projections?
Yes, I do. But who are you?
Anne, from the director's office.
Well, I was just gonna bring them over in like a half hour.
Director wants them right now. He says that you've taken too long.
Oh, then I guess I'll print them off for you right now. I just got this assignment a week ago. You know, this is really quite rapid.
I wouldn't know. I'm just following orders.
Of course you are. So what else did he say?
Not much. Just that I wasn't supposed to leave without them.
Well, you won't, will you?
Listen, the director's flaky. He said all sorts of things that I didn't even understand.
Like?
Like, he just said that you don't finish on time, like with budgets.
That is not true. I didn't even get to finish.
I wouldn't know. I'm just following orders. I'm just telling you what he said. Anyway, it's none of my concern, is it? Next week I start working for the planning director.
Oh.
Hey, don't get in a sweat about it, okay? I didn't believe him anyway.
Why not?
Because everybody says that you're brilliant. Everybody but the director.
That's what people are saying about me. I do finish my work on time. You taught me that. I always do. It's just not fair, you know. This is just what I need right now, is the director talking about me. Ugh, they're gonna fire me. They're gonna fire me over this stupid budget. Which is why I shouldn't be out there trying to change the world. You know, I got mortgage payments to make. I have big mortgage payments to make. What am I gonna do? You know what, Cassie Ray? I may never amount to anything. They could fire me. It's not fair. I do a good job. I've always done a good job. Okay. You're happy. Nothing to fear, Cassie Ray. Somebody who works for me. Mr. Estes, nice to see you. Please come in.
There's so much I gotta tell you. Your cat?
No, he's a hostage I'm holding for ransom.
Oh.
It's a joke, Mr. Estes.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Would you like some ice cream, Mr. Estes?
No thanks. I had to keep myself in shape.
I see. You wouldn't want to enjoy yourself, would you?
I enjoy myself. Just not with food. Gotta try doing the same.
I'll think about it.
I didn't mean to offend you.
You did.
Well, I didn't mean to, which is a big difference. You're a pretty girl, Eleanor.
I'm a woman, Mr. Estes.
I know that.
Girl is a sexist term.
You're an attractive woman, Eleanor, even with those extra pounds.
You said you had something to tell me. Was that it?
No. But I think you should sit down first.
Okay. I'm sitting.
Good.
Did you find out where the money went?
Sure did.
Well, where'd it go?
It
Can't be that bad. Yes?
It is.
Well,
It would. You're not gonna believe this.
try me.
SDY bought a bomb.
Oh, what?
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
My corporation bought a bomb?
Not just any bomb. A nuclear bomb.
But isn't that illegal?
Well, illegal or not, they've got it.
And a nuclear bomb costs that much?
It's gotta be expensive.
You're sure?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
It's my job to know that. I have sources, you know?
And your sources are sure.
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't embezzlement.
It's worse. Lots worse. Nuclear weapons in the hands of maniacs.
Wait, maniacs? SDY is a respectable corporation.
Respectable corporations dealing in weapons of mass destruction? They're crazy! Stark raving madmen!
Aren't you getting a little carried away? You were only supposed to find out what happened to the money.
Is that all you care about? Accounting errors?
No. That's why I hired you.
Which means what?
Which means your job is done.
They're gonna kill us all!
Mr. Estes, please calm down.
Calm down? I can't calm down. I haven't been able to calm down for days. I was even gonna go to the newspapers.
And tell them what?
Tell them what?
That's what I asked.
That corporate America's armed and dangerous. That's what.
Mr. Estes, you are overreacting.
Am I?
Yeah. Not to defend them, mind you, but I think a nuclear bomb would be safer with a corporation than with some renegade government in Arabia or Africa.
Safer?
Well, yeah. A corporation has responsibilities. They have to be cost efficient.
We're talking about a corporation, Eleanor.
I know.
They don't have to answer to anyone. They could blow us all up and blame it on some militiaman or Arab.
SDY constructs things. They don't destroy things.
Then why do you think they bought a nuclear bomb? Just to look at it?
I don't know. But am I supposed to know? I already know too much.
And you're willing to leave it at that?
I have to leave it at that.
Nuclear holocaust of my lifetime.
It's the end of life as I know it.
Please, Mr. Estes. The nuclear bomb has been around for over 60 years. No one's ever used it. I suppose that doesn't matter to you, though. You don't care about that fact.
There's always a first time, Eleanor.
Oh, I knew it. You're one of those doomsday people.
Doomsday people.
Yeah, you're a vegetarian, and you meditate, what, 3 or 4 times a day? Go on, you can tell me if you are.
I don't meditate that often anymore.
Nah, I knew it.
You knew what?
That you're one of those people that can't see a foot in front of himself.
I can't what?
The nuclear age has spurred a lot of development, growth, and opportunity.
Growth and opportunity?
Jobs.
Yeah, like men in laboratories thinking of new ways to destroy humanity.
No, like the job that you just did for me.
What? No way! If I'd have known then what I know now, I never would have done it.
Well, you can wash your hands of it now. I know what I wanted to know.
I don't get it.
Don't get what, Mr. Estes?
Well, you and me, we're young. We grew up in the same culture, yet you're a warmonger.
A warmonger? I am not a warmonger.
Well, you're not.
I don't see why you call me that.
Well, you're not a pacifist.
No.
Well, I am.
Really?
Yes, I am.
That's a revelation.
You don't believe me?
You're rude, Mr. Estes. Confrontational, really. And downright unpleasant. To be honest. So excuse me if I'm surprised by your pacifistic nature.
Well, it's true.
Fine.
Is that it?
That would be it, if you were a pacifist.
Are you making fun of me?
No. Mr. Estes, I'm not making fun of you. I think it's time we say goodbye.
Goodbye? So you don't want to know why your company purchased a nuclear bomb?
It would jeopardize my position with the corporation if I did that.
Well, maybe it's already jeopardized.
What do you mean?
Well, you were the one who saw the planning budget, right? Who asked questions about that budget?
I was just doing my job.
Well, maybe you've become a pain in the butt to somebody. And that somebody wants to get you fired.
I don't want to lose my job.
Then help me. It's in your best interests.
Really? Explain yourself.
Well, if you knew why they bought the bomb, you would have some leverage in keeping your job.
Suppose I would.
So help me.
What's in it for you?
Same thing that's in it for you. Knowledge.
So you'll stop. Once we find out, you won't go to the papers.
No.
The FBI, CIA.
Nope.
All right. Then I guess it would be better to know than not know. I want your promise in writing.
Why? Don't tell me you try to sue me for breach of contract or something like that.
Something like that.
No way! The press would love a story like this. And you'd come off as a bad guy, trying to hold me to some prearranged silence.
So you do plan on going to the press?
The press could never pay as much for me to talk as your company could pay for my silence.
That's blackmail.
No, it's not. I'm just ensuring my future.
Is that what you call it? I just want my job.
It all comes down to money.
Well then, maybe I should get a bit of that money you're planning on asking for.
That's blackmail.
No, it's not. That's a compromise. You really think they'll pay?
Well, yeah. It's not like they're the mafia or something. They're a business. That's my business angle.
I have to admit that I'm curious to know why they have a nuclear bomb.
So help me.
Well, the way you put it, I think I have to.
Yes.
Okay, what do I do?
All in good time. I gotta go.
What does that mean, all good time?
I'll get back to you soon.
God, I hate when he does that. There you go, Cassie Ray. Top that off for me. John Declet, the planning director. He requisitioned the budget. Oh, what did Ray said? Everything goes through Declet. He's got to know about the bomb. But who do I know in his office? Anne. Anne works for Declan.
John Decklett's office, planning. Who's this?
Eleanor Wolf in accounting.
Oh, Eleanor. Sorry, I didn't recognize your voice. How are you?
Fine.
Director still giving you grief?
Not that much. I was calling to see if maybe you'd like to go to lunch.
Where?
The cafeteria.
Oh,
Today's Tex-Mex.
I didn't know. I love Tex-Mex, and I hate eating alone.
Me too. So, you want to go?
Why not?
Great, I'll meet you down there.
In about half an hour, I've got to finish some stuff. Okay? Great. Bye. I hardly ever eat here.
No?
Once or twice a month. The food's too rich. Don't take it like that. I mean, it's too rich for me. I put on weight easily, so I have to be really careful.
I should be careful. I have like 100 pounds to lose.
No way. You're not fat.
Please, you don't need to flatter me.
I'd say a little chubby.
I've been chubby since puberty.
There's always dieting.
I know, but God, there are so many diets out there.
I know. I've tried them all. I think the only one that really works is starvation. And then only for a while, unless you're broke.
Which I've never been.
Exactly.
But, I'm just tired of people saying, here, give it to Eleanor, she'll finish it.
Oh, people. Who cares what people say?
Well, I do.
That's a problem.
I know. I have lots of problems.
Not real problems. You're an accountant, right?
Harvard Business School.
Wow. You could go private in a few years.
I could.
Which is something. I mean, even if your boss hates you, you can always make it on your own. Not me. I've got to look a certain way, talk a certain way. This is not me.
No.
No. I'm a painter. An artist, if you will.
I didn't know.
Not many people do. That's one of the problems. Luckily, I took typing in school, and I'm presentable enough, so I got a job here.
And you just gave up painting?
Well, it's something you never really give up, but let's just say that I do it in my spare time, which is not a lot these days. My new boss.
The planning director.
Yeah, John Declan.
He's nasty.
No, he's really nice. It's just that there's so much work from 8:30 to 6, 7 sometimes.
So you're really busy.
All the time. Meetings, agendas, flights here and there.
And you take care of all that.
Oh, yeah. I've moved up to executive secretary. That's a promotion.
That's great.
Great if I wanted to be an executive secretary, which I don't. But I've got a whole day off week after next.
Oh, why?
Because he won't need me. There's going to be this big meeting of all the heads of the divisions of the corporation.
But surely they would need their secretaries for a meeting like that.
Nope. No secretaries, no memos, no nothing. Just an all-day powwow in the 17th floor's conference room. Which means a whole day of R&R for me. Much needed, I can assure you. I'm going to take some paintings over to the museum. There's going to be an open exhibition for local artists, and a teacher at the college recommended me. You could call it my first big break.
That's great.
Thanks. Sorry to just go on and on about myself.
Oh, it's no problem. You're more interesting than I am.
No.
Yes.
If you insist, but I really think you shouldn't talk that way about yourself. I think everyone is special.
You would.
What does that mean?
It means that you're special. So of course you think that everybody is special. But it's not true. I'm just a fat accountant that lives alone with her cat.
Don't say that.
Too late.
Eleanor, really, you shouldn't talk that way about yourself.
Why not?
Because I won't let you. You're the only person in this whole corporation that I've ever felt some sort of affinity for.
Really?
I can't explain it, I just felt it.
Maybe you were ill.
No.
Then thank you.
I felt sorry for you that day. I kept thinking, I hope she doesn't hate me.
No, you were just doing your job.
Yeah, right. I knew they didn't need those stats for weeks. But if I didn't go and get them, that would have been classified as some sort of corporate insubordination.
Hey, you could have been fired. I understand that.
Thanks. I've been here 6 years.
Oh, so have I.
I worked my way up from junior.
I think I'm working my way down.
I've managed to put away some money, but I've lost a lot of time here. Too tired to paint sometimes, even.
Maybe you should have just followed your heart.
My family doesn't have much money. You can't follow your heart without money.
But I kind of thought that...
Everybody thinks that artists can do what they want. It's not true. I would have been an indigent. Everyone thinks that artists can just do that, but... Well, there's a lot of artists out there with a lot more money than I have. And they can pretend to be talented for a whole lot longer than I can.
I didn't know that...
Everybody thinks that when you see some paintings on TV, this guy's an artist. But what they don't know is how much money goes into it, or the fact that his benefactor only pays for what he likes.
You sound so cynical.
I don't mean to. It's just... You don't seem to know what it's like not to be rich enough, immoral enough, or desperate enough.
No, I don't.
Did you ever want to be something other than an accountant?
I don't think so. I've always been very good with numbers. Although, when I was little, I used to want to be a crime fighter.
Really?
Yeah. Like Wonder Woman. But, you know, I realized very early on that I didn't have the physique for it.
Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes.
Not mine, I assure you. So when's this exhibition?
I have the 12th off. That's the day of the big meeting. That's the day I hang up my paintings. The exposition runs till the 20th.
It's over at the City Museum of Art?
Yeah.
I'll stop by and take a look.
Really?
I like paintings. I don't really understand the recent ones that much.
Who does? I think you have to have been part of the creative process to understand those. I mean, films have taken the place of paintings.
I don't follow.
Well, a film is like this huge canvas. If it's done well, it stays in your mind forever, like great paintings used to do. That's why songwriters have taken the place of poets, too. I mean, who buys a book of poetry these days? But look at how many people buy CDs.
I never thought of it that way. But you're right. I only have books from very old dead poets at home.
That's right. That's because at one point, everybody became poets, and then nobody was a poet. Same thing with artistry and with paintings. Now, anything is art, so what's the point of being an artist? I mean, there's even elephants who can draw, and they get huge exhibitions. I think if Renoir were alive today, he'd be working here.
I don't think I'd mind that.
Neither would I. You know, I gotta get back to work.
Yeah, me too.
It's been real nice.
It has. We should do lunch again sometime.
Okay. You want this?
No. Good. That's what I said, Mr. Estes. No memos, no secretaries. Big corporate executive meeting. corporate headquarters on the 17th floor, the 12th of this month, i.e. in exactly 10 days. I have my ways. I know someone in John Declet's office, okay? I'm not a girl, Mr. Estes. I don't have an invitation. You will. I was sure you were going to say that. Not yet. I'll see you soon, Mr. Estes. Hello? I hate when he does that. Would you like some pasta?
No thanks.
Mr. Estes, I hate eating alone.
I would have imagined differently.
Mr. Estes, I know what I look like. I'm just not gonna change to accommodate people like you.
Okay, I'll have some pasta.
It's good. Made it myself. So, today's the 10th.
That's actually what I came to tell you.
You came to tell me the date?
No, I came to tell you all the listening devices are in place. And we'll be using a storage closet on the 18th floor as a listening post.
Yeah, I knew it would come to something like this.
Are you backing out?
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
Because if you are, I'll go it alone.
Did you hear what I said, Mr. Estes?
No.
I said I'm not backing out, Mr. Estes.
You can call me Darren.
I don't want to. So how many people know about the utility closet on the 18th floor?
Lots, I would imagine.
What does that mean?
Well, it's used to clean all the floors from the 15th to the 20th.
No, I mean, how many people know that we're using it as a listening post?
Just me. And now you.
What if they don't talk about it at the meeting?
Well, they'll talk about something.
What does that mean?
Well, even if they don't talk about the bomb, they'll probably talk about something that could be traded on Wall Street.
That's illegal.
No one will ever know, Eleanor. We're just two random people who got lucky.
But I work there.
You'll probably have to use an assumed name.
That's unethical.
The world's an unethical place, Eleanor.
Not if we don't let it be unethical.
That's a tall order. How are you going to stop everyone?
Thanks for the encouragement, Mr. Estes.
Anytime.
What do we do after the meeting?
I'll take down all my spy cam stuff.
No, I mean, what are we going to do about SDY?
We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. Could I get some more?
Stay on your back.
You're late.
No, I'm not.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, let's go. Have a seat.
Where?
On the floor, of course.
What?
I said be quiet.
Arthur,
Yes, John.
can you tell us how things are going on the Strobe merger?
And we've offered them $32 a share, which is half the going rate, and they've accepted. I think they found our matter of persuasion irresistible.
Would refuse an offer like that? $32 a share might mean financial disaster, but better than total destruction.
You didn't even use it up front, did you?
No, it was only when they wouldn't go below 45 that I decided to use it, you know, in order to persuade them.
I mean, that's the reason that we purchased it in the first place. It's not to be mentioned except in those hard-to-handle situations.
There are 3 mergers coming up before Christmas, and we might be able to speed them up with your little secret weapon.
Not so fast. It's just for those difficult situations.
Of course, John. I wouldn't dream of using it for anything else.
I just wanted to make my position known. So the Strobe merger will be finalized at the end of the month.
Right.
And we'll announce it to the press, let's say the 2nd to the next month.
No problem whatsoever.
What is it, Ben?
Of course, you know someone realized the change in the plan, but
Who was that?
it's one Eleanor woman.
But you took the budget back and she was given the Strobe merger, so what's the problem?
She doesn't seem to have taken it very well.
And what do you mean?
Well, she was looking around, to see why it had been taken away.
Wouldn't you, Ben? I mean, if I took your work away, I heard she was an excellent accountant.
Can't fire a good employee, Ben. Ignore it. She'll stop soon enough.
You've done a real good job, John.
Here, here.
You know, I thought it was expensive at the beginning, but we've had 4 mergers this year, and our company growth is at 4%. I think it was worth every penny.
Really a piece of an issue. I knew you didn't let us down.
Absolutely.
Glad you have a little brown in the
What's wrong?
We can't tell them that we know.
Why not?
Because that is definitely the kind of secret that someone would kill to keep.
Well, then I'll just take the recording to the press.
What recording?
I recorded the meeting.
So what? Nobody said anything about a nuclear bomb or nuclear destruction. A secret weapon could be anything. And the press need real tangible proof.
But it exists.
I know.
They'll believe me.
They will not believe you. They're not going to believe this board meeting.
They're ruthless.
True.
I mean, if they would undersell the merger, they'd definitely kill us without batting an eye.
That's what I said.
The press would view us like those UFO abduction survivors, you know? Probably wouldn't even give us a cent for the story.
Probably not.
What are we supposed to do?
Get out of this room.
Get serious, Eleanor.
I'm being serious, Mr. Estes.
I meant, what are we supposed to do about the bomb?
I say we find it and dismantle it.
Yeah, and do you know how to dismantle a nuclear bomb?
I could learn.
I'm sure you could. But, did you know that your company's in like 7 other countries with holdings in 34 others? Now, bearing that in mind, can you tell me where the bomb is?
Can you open the door?
Can you answer my question?
Not now.
Well, who can?
Let me out.
Will you tell me who would know where the bomb is?
I suppose the person who purchased it.
John Declet. Yeah, he's a real number, that one.
What is that supposed to mean?
Means he's a tough cookie to crack.
Which means?
He's a smoothie.
I could have told you that.
But he's not going to volunteer that kind of information, is he?
I don't think so.
But you were the one who found out about this board meeting.
That was just sheer luck.
Maybe you're lucky.
No, I'm not. It was an accident. I was in the right place at the right time.
Well, you could do it again.
Yeah? And say what? Hey, do you know where your boss stashed his nuclear bomb?
Don't be so reticent, Eleanor. It could work.
Are you going to take your spy stuff down now?
Yeah.
Good. This time, I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
To freshen up. I have to go back to work.
Hey, wait, I have an idea.
Really?
Yes, really. And if you want to know what it is, meet me out in front of the park. Let's say around 8.
Around 8? Too vague.
8 o'clock sharp. Is that a little less vague for you?
Yes. Is it really worth my while?
I think it will be.
All right, I'll be in my car.
All right, I'll see you later.
I knew you had to get the last word.
You just did.
No.
Now you will. you shouldn't snack, Eleanor. It gives false hopes to your metabolism.
I wasn't snacking.
Could have fooled me.
You said 8 o'clock.
It took longer.
What took longer?
Well, while you were not snacking, I was casing John Decklett's office.
You broke into his office?
Passkey. You'll never know.
Oh my God.
It had to be done, Eleanor.
Did you find out where the bomb is?
No. The guy's squeaky clean. Not even a porn bookmark in his internet file.
Ew. Were you looking for one?
Not me. I don't need that kind of stuff, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I don't have a problem with women, Eleanor. I can find them when I need them, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I love women, Eleanor. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're a chauvinist pig.
I haven't heard that term since school. What do you mean I'm a chauvinist pig?
Well, let's see. Do you love a woman or just one big mass of women?
One big mass will do.
That's the definition of a chauvinist pig.
Whatever, Eleanor. You know, I just spent the last 3 hours snooping around John Decklett's office for you. That's all you have to say to me?
You did that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll mention it.
Mr. Estes?
Yes, Eleanor.
Mr. Estes, I appreciate your efforts, but I just don't think they're getting us anywhere.
Yes, they are.
Maybe in a way, but this cloak and dagger...
Cloak and dagger stuff?
This detective stuff, it's not me. I'm afraid if we continue that one of us is going to end up in prison.
Not me. I'm not going back there.
You were in prison?
Years ago.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Oh.
Look, it's water under the bridge, Eleanor. I live for the present now.
Oh. Well, I just think we should give it a break until something more promising comes up.
Like what? You gotta strike while the iron's hot, Eleanor. Didn't your mom ever tell you that?
No. But I know what you mean. I'm afraid if we push John Decklett too hard, he could get dangerous.
I can handle myself.
Well, I can't.
You just spent the last 2 hours in a mugging zone.
I did what?
This park is a mugger's haven.
I didn't know that. Nobody tried anything.
Of course not. I mean, you look like you can handle yourself.
I do? Mr. Estes, I can no longer fund this operation.
So that's what this is all about.
In a way. In a very important way.
You know, I hear you loud and clear, Eleanor. When do you think you'll be able to fund things again?
Soon.
Well, we're just gonna have to leave things the way they are.
We do.
It's a shame. I mean, this is pretty important.
I know.
We may not be able to pick up the trail again.
I know that too.
Too bad is all I can say.
Me too. But I have to do what I think is right. I have to live.
You look like you're doing okay.
Looks can be deceiving.
Sure. Your bottom line, right?
But we'll keep in touch?
Whatever you say.
No, I mean it. You were very professional, despite your manner sometimes.
Yeah. You were pretty great, too. Never mind what I said about you being just interested in your job and stuff.
No, I'm good.
Take care of yourself, Eleanor.
I will, Mr. Estes.
Did you ever think of selling this?
No. 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 God, no.
Okay. Can't blame a guy for trying.
Can I drop you anywhere?
No. No. My car is just over there.
Hello, Anne.
Oh, hi, Eleanor. What's up?
Nothing much.
I saw that you bought one of my paintings.
I did, a seascape.
Beach.
But that's what I meant.
Did you really like it?
You know, the cows and bikinis were unforgettable. I knew I had to have it.
Thank you.
So you want to go to lunch?
No, thanks. You want to go work out?
Work out? I'm not really good at that.
Oh, you don't have to be. You can go at your own pace. How about after work today?
Okay. What time?
I could meet you out front at 6.
All right.
Hey, and thanks again for buying one of my paintings.
Did you sell any others?
Yeah, my boss's wife bought 3.
Great.
I thought so too. It's just that I hope she didn't buy it because of who I am.
Someday people are going to buy your paintings because of who you are.
I hope so. I'll see you later. Gotta go.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, sure. That's a great idea. Okay, see you around. Great. That's a great idea. Yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Yesterday. Oh my gosh, where's my key? Oh my gosh, the key is in the door. I never. That's impossible. I am not that busy. I'm sorry. No. It's impossible. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I'll call you back, all right?
Yes, hello. Good, how are you? I'm good. I am wanting to book some flights with you. Right, quite a few. So I'd really appreciate any kind of savings you can get me on this. Fabulous. Okay, the first one is to Cancun, and I need to go the end of this month. How about the 24th? Great.
Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette.
The name is Wolf with an E, W-O-L-F-E. Right. First name is Eleanor. No, one L. E-L. E-A-N-O-R. Right, Eleanor Wolf. Okay, and then the next flight is to Paris.
Behind the wheel and drive real fast. We're on a but you never see that just quite enough fun. So you keep on looking for a better party. Have another cigarette and start to hurry. It's getting kind of cold and the lights are saying, oh,
Last one is Peking. Just cold facts, they will confuse you. Life is just a chore that you try to avoid. Something gets in your way that it must be destroyed. Have you ever felt like you're so inside? You can run, but you just can't hide. Well, that was last year's interest on my savings account. Do you hear that, Cassie Ray? That was the entire interest on my savings account from last year. And for what? Chasing some guy around the world and not even interested in him. I'm interested in his bomb. If I had a nuclear bomb, where would I hide it? I wouldn't hide it because I wouldn't have a nuclear bomb, Cassie Ray. This is ridiculous. He's going to Auckland, then Singapore, and then finally Tokyo in 2 weeks. Oh. Why would he hide a bomb in a foreign country? I mean, it doesn't make sense. What if there's some kind of uprising or... There's got to be something missing. Something that he and Anne... All right. Time for another visit. There's nothing here. Come on. Wait. Blanding, Utah? I haven't been to Blanding yet. I think that's where it is. I'm going to Blanding.
I don't have to see the senator for a few minutes.
I know, sir. That's why I came in.
Of course you would. How stupid of me. My own right arm should know when I have a few moments.
Yes, sir.
Anne, how many times have I told you to call me John? Sir makes me feel old.
You're not old at all, John. It's just a bad habit I have of always calling my bosses sir.
Well, try not to think of me as your boss.
I won't. I mean, I'll always try to call you John.
Good. So what's up, Anne?
Well, nothing much except I think these offices were broken into last night.
I don't see anything missing.
It's not that they came for something. I think they came to find out something.
Industrial spies?
No, sir. No, John. Not exactly. But I do think it's been going on for quite some time now.
What do you think has been going on for quite some time now?
Well, I checked with security this morning, and only 4 people entered the building yesterday. Brad Bailey in Human Resources.
I know Brad.
I know you do, sir. John.
And?
Catherine Hutchcliffe.
In acquisitions?
Yes, John.
And who else?
Brian Moreno and Eleanor Wolfe.
Eleanor Wolfe. I don't know any Eleanor Wolfe.
I know Eleanor. And, well, we went to work out together one night.
Well, you work out, do you?
Yes, John. And after that night, I lost my key, and I found it the next day in the door to my office.
And you think she stole it?
I sure do.
Are you sure you didn't forget it?
I'm almost sure.
But you're not 100% sure.
No, but I have a hunch.
And your hunch tells you that Eleanor came here last night.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
What you're saying, Anne, is pure speculation.
She didn't leave the building, John.
But that's not altogether unusual. Maybe she had a project to finish.
Maybe. So you think I'm just jumping to conclusions?
That's exactly what I think. But if it'll make you feel any better, I'll talk to Brad and see what I can find out about this Eleanor Wolf.
Thanks, John.
Don't mention it. Oh, by the way, Anne, my wife would like you to call her about an exhibition. She says she has a place for your work.
Really?
I wouldn't kid about something like that. Now, give me a few minutes before you send the senator in, all right?
All right.
That would be nice. He should be your caddy. That would fit.
Happens
Yeah.
sometimes.
Oh, by the way, Brad,
John?
what can you tell me about an employee by the name of Eleanor Wolf?
Give me a minute. You want to know?
Who is she?
Excellent employee. Promoted in April. 2 recommendations for promotion since then.
Wow. Where does she work?
Accounting. Works in pensions, I believe. Saved SDY $1 million last year in overspending.
Excellent.
Not your type though. A little bit pudgy, but still pretty.
I'm a happily married man, Brad.
Sure you are with that secretary you got.
Haven't had much luck with her. She's only into real overtime, if you know what I mean.
She had quite a reputation years ago.
I know. That's the reason that I hired her in the first place.
Can't blame a guy for trying.
No, you can't.
Well, Cassie, here it is. John Declet. He leaves Wednesday, which means I have to leave tomorrow. Only small planes fly into there, so I guess I'm driving. And yes, it's just me. Sorry, you're gonna have to stay with Mrs. Irving again. I know. I gotta do this, though. God, I wish Darren were here. I have no idea what I'm gonna do when I get there. He would know. But it's been, what, a year? He's not calling me back. I don't know, I guess people just go their own ways and follow their own destinies, and sucks. Okay. One more time. Try one last time. If he doesn't answer, that's it. I'm just gonna hang up. Just gonna hang up. Right? I'm gonna make a fool of myself and leave all these messages. He obviously doesn't want to talk to me. So, yep, answering machine. Okay, just one more message. And then that's it. Hi, Darren. It's me, Eleanor Wolf, again. Just calling to let you know that I'm leaving tomorrow for Blanding, Utah. That's Blanding, Utah. And John Declet's gonna get there on Wednesday, and I think I found what we're looking for. I really hope you get this message. I really would like your help. So, give me a call back, okay? Thanks. Bye. That's it. Hope it goes.
She likes kids.
Hey, do you guys mind playing someplace else?
Hey! Hey, lady! We got a problem over here? You gonna have a problem?
Nothing.
We gonna have a problem here?
No, I was leaving.
The kids were just playing.
I know. I was leaving, and I just didn't want them to get hurt. That's all.
things with, very quiet. Would you like to see it today?
No.
Nice day. Beautiful. I love it out here. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. I need a room.
Single?
Yes, a single. Do you happen to have a single with a double bed?
King size bed?
Shower or bath?
Showers only.
That's right. I like showers. How much?
$41.80?
I'll be here for at least 2 nights.
$83.60. Are you here for Pioneer Days?
No, just visiting family.
You don't look like you're from around here.
No, my family's further north.
Alright, well, Pioneer Day starts tomorrow. You should take a look then.
I'll think about it.
Just so you know, we offer juice and donuts in the morning right over here. So you're going to have to come down to get them now, alright?
How about coffee?
Coffee. We don't drink coffee around here, ma'am, but then again, you're not from Utah, are you?
Is that a problem?
No, ma'am, it's a free country. But if you want some coffee, I have some instant coffee.
Instant.
There's a gentleman who comes in and likes some coffee, brings about once a year, so I have some instant. That's alright.
Instant will be just fine. How about is there a restaurant anywhere?
The restaurant's closed about an hour ago.
Great.
And they open again tomorrow at 10.
Right, well, how about a bar? Something that has food?
Ma'am, you're in Utah. The only way you can get liquor around here is through a club, and then you have to bring your own. And there's no liquor stores open, so I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Well then, good night.
Right, hold on 1 second. Room 56. Good night.
Good night. thanks. Just some of that instant coffee you were talking about last night.
I'll be right back in a jiff.
Thanks.
Here we go, young lady.
Thank you.
We still have some donuts if you'd like one or two.
No thanks. Trying to lose weight.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. can't just sit here. This is, oh my God, this is making me crazy. I gotta do something. I don't know what. I don't know what, but I'm just gonna do something.
What's the matter?
My name is Eleanor Wolf, and I know about the bomb.
Would you mind repeating that, Ms. Wolf?
About the bomb, and your unethical ways and your unfair practices, and it disgusts me.
You work for us in accounting. Am I right?
That's right. And I did the planning budgets audit a year ago, and I found the errors and I reported them.
That was unfortunate.
Leave her alone.
Who are you?
That's Darren Estes. Thought you'd forgotten.
I wouldn't forget about you, sweetheart. It's just that, I got her own living.
I know.
You got them dead to rights, Eleanor. You're a real smart girl. Sorry, woman.
I agree. By the way, is anybody else coming?
Not yet.
Good. Can I offer you two a drink?
I don't think that's even allowed out here.
I take my minibar with me everywhere I go.
Okay.
What'll it be, beer?
Sure.
And for you, Ms. Wolf?
I don't know. I don't drink that often.
I want a glass of wine. Ladies like wine.
Okay. I'll have some wine.
There you go. It's not what you think.
What's not what I think?
The bomb. SDY was in a difficult situation. It was either sink or swim.
I don't understand a word that you're saying.
We were in trouble. Diminishing profit margins, no tax cuts, write-offs we couldn't get.
Why didn't you just cop a Chapter 11 or something?
Yeah.
Bankruptcy? Not when you're dealing with stockholders and board members. Okay, they want their bacon, and you gotta get it to them. It was suffocating. The buckle was tightening till there was no more belt. That's when I came up with this idea.
To threaten others into submission? To squeeze out the competition? That's monopolizing the market. That's bullying. That's downright un-American.
Everybody does it.
I don't.
That's true. She's got ethics.
She can afford to have ethics. No one's relying on her for their bread and butter.
Is that an excuse?
Sort of.
But it doesn't wash out. I mean, you can be clean and still make a profit.
Sure, if you're Mr. Clean. But in the business world, every company is out for themselves and has to fight for every profit that they get. You two should know that.
But there are rules to follow. Competition is good.
No, it's not. Not at all.
What?
You heard me. Amongst many other things, we make great refrigerators at SDY, but people don't want to pay a few bucks more. So they buy a cheaper one, and when it breaks down, when the warranty gives out, some 6 months later, what do? Do they buy one of ours that comes with a 10-year warranty? Hell no. They go and buy another cheap one with a 6-month warranty. People don't benefit from competition. And what's competition anyway but some guy trying to take your market share?
So you squeeze the others out of the market. I mean, then it's going to be you making the lousy machines.
We haven't yet.
But you could. And who would stop you?
Hey, I admit that the bomb wasn't the greatest idea. It was a strategic move, kind of like a tactic. Okay, and you need tactics when you're trying to get new customers.
But yours was a scare tactic. that could really scare. I mean, what did you tell them? Sign or you'd nuke them?
I don't remember what words were used in under the circumstances that they were used in, but you are more or less right. Strategy was involved.
I cannot believe you have such a heart of darkness.
True. It looks real regular to me.
We never were going to use them.
So say you.
She's got a point.
Do you guys want SDY to go under?
No. But I have a duty to America.
And I think there's something that you ought to know.
What?
We're not the only ones.
What?
I was the first, but because of trade barriers, restrictions, etc., business cannot survive without the bomb.
What are you people trying to do? Kill us all?
He said it was strategic.
What kind of promise is that? What if he dies? Then who's gonna take over?
Hey, you want a better promise? Then you police it yourself.
What?
You heard me. You do it yourself. Police it. I'll tell you the companies right now. Vesley's, Volkswagen, there are a few others.
Vesley's?
They have ground-to-air missiles, neutron bombs. I don't know how they really got them, though.
They make baby milk.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen. This has become more of a nightmare than a blessing. In the beginning, we thought of it as fun, something fun to be around. But now, because of the others getting into it, we had to escalate our arsenal, and now things have gotten out of hand.
So what can we do? Except go to the police and hope that they listen.
Don't you want to do more than just think on people?
Hey, wait a minute! I am not a Fink. You're a threat to humanity.
Whatever.
What do you propose?
I will de-escalate all of my weaponry. I will control my arsenal if the others do. You two seem neutral, and you have a conscience. What would you say you two work for me as negotiators? I see it as the only way.
What's in it for us?
Name your price.
I'd rather go to the authorities.
What authorities?
The U.S. Senate?
They already know.
What?
How do you think I got these quality bombs?
And they just gave them to you?
Well, story of my life. I get what I want. What can I tell you?
This is hopeless. The man is totally immoral.
No, I'm not. I like to do the right thing sometimes.
And how are you going to do that?
Look, SDY has the largest arsenal. If I can get you guys to negotiate for me, they'll listen.
And you'll go free.
What's the matter with that? There's always a downside, but my liberty is a small price to pay for peace. Don't you think?
You think the others will listen?
Look, in the beginning, we did not realize what the consequences would be. We were just interested in all the power we would have. That's what it was all about.
Men!
So you'll hire us both for $100 grand a year?
More.
It's a chance to do the right thing.
Is that how you see it?
Well, what else can we do?
We can kill him.
Eleanor!
I don't think you want to do that.
Why not?
Because I'm the only one who has the codes to set off and dismantle the bombs. They're all right here. So is it a deal?
500 grand each,
Done.
and a place for me to live.
You don't have a place to live?
That's a long story.
Done. Unless Miss Ethics here has a problem with that.
I'm always gonna have a problem with you. I guess I can't do anything else on my own.
No, you can't.
Don't provoke me.
He's not provoking you. Listen, Eleanor, you're a good person, probably the best I've ever known. I mean, this is the most logical way to do something good. That superhero stuff will just go make you go bankrupt.
He's right.
I guess you're right.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I believe in you, Eleanor Wolf. And whatever you want to do, I'll do.
Thank you all for coming. This is a very important meeting, as you know. We are all here to make peace for the world.
You out. You out.
You don't.
Profit mode. All that.
Anything? So I would like to officially open the Business Arms Limitation Conference.
I'm not for peace, number one.
Why should we give up our arm? And the only way we're gonna make money is if we have the weapons to protect our investments.
We've got to start actions wherever we can, so we can be profitable. End of quote, that's it.
Nobody's ever going to
Crazy.
come to an agreement like
Okay.
this. Anyway.
I mean, your counterpart is left. What
I've had
confidence
it.
does that build?
That's it.
He's not technically, he's here for moral support.
Moral
Thanks.
support. Your moral support just walked out the door.
And what's
Okay.
enough money? What's enough
Really?
money?
Well,
to
why
do?
don't you just
What is
step right
that
over
supposed to
here and
mean?
come?
Oh, wow, wow.
Well, we
count.
have a really
Oh,
special kind of idea of a bomb. And it's like a huge bomb, but
Well, I like that.
This is not my company?
yeah, your company.
Are you saying that I'm not qualified to be at this table with you? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're jealous of what I have. You're jealous of what I have.
And what is it
All
that
this
you're
bickering.
after?
He's got
What is it that
I
you're
bet
after?
you'd like to know.
I would like to
I
know.
bet you'd like to know.
Have to make money.
wanna
Money
make
is
money.
number one.
right,
I don't
our
wanna-
company
That's why we're
wanna
here.
make money.
This is not a
We
charitable
don't wanna do
organization
away
here,
with
you know.
bombs.
Yeah.
We want to make money with bombs.
Stand up for
I mean, doesn't that make
Yeah.
I am
sense?
not going to do
Makes
that.
sense to me.
How does that make sense?
What purpose? How much does it pay?
This
What's
is a
in it for me?
negotiation.
Money talks and everything else walks.
One more minute. That's all you got.
I-
One more
I-
minute.
I-
That's
I-
right
I-
here.
I-
Here. One bomb.
with a bomb? You know how much money we could make?
And what is in it?
This is Australia, because we just have this. I
The
think-
bombs protect our investments. I think that's why we're here. You want us to give you our bombs so that you can control all of the market share.
Oh, well, that's not going to
I
happen.
do not want
Out of one bomb per
Well,
company.
this is
There's no I in
And
team.
who's going to be the captain of that
It is
team?
called.
There's no we either. There's no we either.
Right, we didn't vote on the captain.
We are the safety of the world.
What does that mean?
We limit the weapons.
First we're saying
That's why John Declet started
Hmm.
this whole thing. I get that.
Better idea than my ears are open.
Who made you part of this? We need
Look at
to.
this. We've got to outproduce everybody in this world. And we have to be the number one
Including all
in
of
the
you.
numbers. And then this way they will go broke trying to catch up to us and we can
Are
take
we
over.
supposed to believe that you're actually going to do this? We're going to trust you. I'm going to trust any one of you to do this. Crazy.
Well,
So what have we accomplished today?
somebody tell us, why are we here?
We've been
We're all confused, we're all saying something different. We have our bombs, she wants to get rid of them. and she wants our cooperation.
I think we're all saying the same thing. We're not giving up anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're done.
Meeting adjourned. Meeting adjourned.
Get here. And your grandkids' lifetime.
I'm ready.
Absolutely not.
See
ya. Good luck.
For the meeting.
Back in your disarmament limitation nonsense.
We do.
Particular conference.
Thank you.
Have a couple of drinks.
There's your bomb.
Yeah.
We're out of here.
Close.
But it's not gonna work today.
That's it.
I gotta go.
Bye.
That worked.
Good idea, Eleanor. Good idea.
You get to run the next one.